I cannot take advice from Farah Maalim. When he tells me to go slow, my wings will fall off. They are my wings. Let them fall off if they will. But I will move at the speed that I'm moving with. Because I want to tell you, Farah, it is possible for a president to govern in accordance with the law. You are saying things that do not even exist. And I want to advise you to leave the law to the lawyers. Because
can I just remind you one thing? Can I just remind you something?
Let me
just
finish.
write it down, Farah.
I have said I've refused all your advice. Because I can see you are speaking from a position of severe ignorance. There is no law in Kenya against being gay. That law does not exist. You've just created it here.
On which platform would you beat him? Edwin Sifuna, a man who turned tables before his opponents in debate, both in parliament and on live TV shows.
Senator Sifuna.
Honorable Speaker, why is the majority leader heckling? Because you have given me the mic. I think you should allow me to say what I wanted to say. I promise to be... Honorable Speaker, fortunately for the majority leader, I was directed by my party leader to be nicer. And I'm going to try my best. So I am not going to respond to his heckling today because I have been put on a regime where waliniambia nitoe pilipili moja. It's okay, Honorable Speaker. In the morning, I was called by the MCA Fongara, the Honorable Chege Maura, and he wanted my assistance with his people there who are being evicted.
He is the current senator of the great city of Nairobi. He is also the ODM party secretary general and deputy minority whip in the Senate. Edwin Sifuna is a holder of postgraduate diploma in law from the Kenya School of Law. He pursued Bachelor of Law degree from the University of Nairobi. Sifuna was born in 1982 May in Kandui constituency, Bungoma County. After receiving his postgraduate diploma from Kenya School of Law in the year 2007, he did his pupillage at Kairu Marcourt Advocates and was admitted to the role of advocate in 2008. It was Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o who favored him to get the job of ODM Secretary General after following his writings in one of the famous newspapers in this country. Edwin Sifuna is a household name because of his surname Sifuna. People remember the former Kandui Member of Parliament, the late Lawrence Sifuna, of his active political activism in the year 1990s during the clamor for multi-party democracy and strongly opposing President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi's regime, character trails that have been inherited by his nephew, Edwin Sifuna. Before joining politics, Edwin Sifuna worked as a legal advisor to Magnet Ventures company, billboard and outdoor advertising company, one of the biggest companies doing billboards in this country. It is in this company which those who knows Sifuna very well would tell you that he never shied away from confronting the owner of the company, billionaire Stanley Kinyanjui and his brother Robert Kinyanjui. People thought that he was a biological son to Lawrence Sifuna. But this was clearly known very well when Sifuna died. He said that Sifuna was his uncle. The only successful politician who started his politics in rural Kenya and thrived in the city politics. You know, Waswahili wanasema kwamba jogoo wa mashambani hawiki mjini. But Edwin Sifuna is thriving and blossoming in city politics despite not succeeding on his local and rural politics. Sifuna had tried his bid to vie for Kandui parliamentary seat under ODM ticket, but he did not succeed in primaries, losing to John Makali. And later on, Sifuna shifted his politics to Nairobi, which he made his first attempt to be the senator of Nairobi in the year 2017, but by bad luck, he did not make it. Edwin Sifuna also became a member of CORD advisory technical team in the year 2013 after its formation. And then later on, he joined NASA as the ODM Secretary General. But in 2022, Edwin Sifuna succeeded to win the Nairobi senatorial seat after a fierce competition between him and Margaret Wanjiru of UDA party. Edwin Sifuna will be remembered for staging a coup at the Orange House, Nairobi, overthrowing the then Secretary General Ababu Namwamba in the year 2016. That is how Edwin Sifuna managed to become the ODM Secretary General, one of the biggest political parties in Kenya and in East Africa. Edwin Sifuna is an eloquent speaker, a brilliant lawyer, and a good debater in the National Assembly and on live TV shows.
Senator Sifuna, you cannot tell me no. You are trading on very dangerous ground, Senator Sifuna. Allow the IG, all the senators, you'll have an opportunity to speak.
Due to his close relationship with ODM leader Raila Odinga, Sifuna had become one of the influential figures in ODM party and Kenyan politics at large. Edwin Sifuna will be remembered as one of the strongest opposers and critics of President William Ruto's regime. And one of the famous debates in Citizen TV, he said on live air that no matter what Raila Odinga said, no matter what ODM decides, he can never vote for William Samoei Ruto.
So we are giving our views. We are giving our views. I have said my piece, Trevor, that it doesn't matter what is said. I will not be voting for William Ruto. I have said it. That's my choice. That's my democratic choice. And nobody can force me.
Okay. Trevor.
Yeah. And he added to say that even if ODM will support Ruto, whether or not Ruto will still be a one-term president. What a strong politician. What a brave politician. A young man with a brilliant future. Let's pray that his political star continue to shine bright, because currently he is one of the few lonely voices that can stand for the people of Kenya, both in the National Assembly and on political podiums. Thank you, and may God bless you. My name is MJR. Kindly like, subscribe, and drop your opinion.